Well, I'm going to run down to the mini storage and grab a couple of items. Charged this up overnight. It was down just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take it and kind of change the lighting around in there a little. So when you plug them in to charge them, it goes into this panel here. This is all the inputs. It'll take solar and then that, oh well, I guess that's just a circuit protector. Solar, and then it'll take car power port charging. It takes a long time to do that. It'll charge it up really fast at the house. Got my little cable bag, which it really need to get a smaller one of these. This is the one that goes to the solar panel connectors, if you got those, and then that's the vehicle charger. I had to order this one separate. It was about 10 bucks. But it may come in handy sometime when I don't have access to power. So that'll turn it on, and then your AC outputs are over here. These aren't grounded. Of course, there's just positive, negative AC on it. Then this part here's the DC output, so you can run stuff that runs off a little power supply. These are kind of weird little outputs here, 12 volt DC up to 10 amps, and I'm still kind of looking to decide what I want to get for those. And then there's a couple of USB-A, the old schools, and then there's one USB-C that's pretty hefty at 100 watts, so you can charge up iPad, that sort of stuff with it. Then it's also got a wireless charger on the top. You just set your phone right there on it, and it'll take off charging it. Pretty neat little setup. Just hold that and shut it off. I found this bag. It's nothing fancy. It's kind of cool because it's canvas, but can't find any brand on it or anything. Well, there's a tag. Let's see if it says anything on it. Nope. Cotton, polyester, and some zinc alloy. Earthbound Trading Company. Okay. So it fits in there pretty good. It'll just keep it from getting banged around a little bit probably. So of course I'm pretty careful with it, but stuff happens. There's enough room in the side of it here for this cable bag. And there's enough room up on top that if I find a little round-ish bag for the cables, I'll probably do that because that'll be easier to put in there. Got a couple of items to post and get in the mail, so I guess we'll head on down to the storage and get that over with. I scavenged this yesterday. A fellow I was doing handyman work for and his wife are moving back to the UK, and he had to get rid of everything because he's basically just going to be able to carry some stuff in his suitcases. It's not really worthwhile to send stuff off. There was a little Blue Spark model microphone in the stuff, and here's the cable for it. So that plugs into the bottom. It's a weird mini USB, I think, and then there's a tap for headphones, and then this goes on into your computer or what have you. He's got a little A to what do you call that, the old Apple stuff, or it's old now, adapter. So that's great. That I didn't know if that was in here or not. That would have made the microphone pretty useless. I figured it was in here. So in this wad of stuff here, I haven't really got started on it yet. I love messing with this kind of crap just because it's never know what you're going to find. He showed me this. It's his daughter's old BlackBerry. I didn't know they made them that big. But anyway, that was kind of cool. And then they had a property out at Joshua Tree So they got that out of the area around there. I'm probably going to hang that up on the portico out there. Some more stuff, like a few more vinyl, lots of extension cords, drop light. I think this is a massive dog leash. Yep, Chihuahua. That'll go great with the Chihuahua. So I went to Lowe's and Home Depot yesterday trying to find some extension cords, some short ones, and nothing. Couldn't find anything. Well, the first little dive I took into this bag, there's 3 of them, and that's going to be enough to go between my lights, and I think they're going to be just long enough to go between them. They're just about 1.5 feet too short. We're going to go see here in just a second. I'm going to try to get those lights spaced out a little bit more. So yeah, more stuff, more junk. Really appreciated it. He can't really do anything with it because it's not, and all the UK stuff's 240 volt, so none of that stuff would have worked anyway. So yeah, we'll head on down to the mini storage. Well, I've made it down here to the mini storage and got my Bluetti EB3A, that's the number of it, hooked up. Turn it on there, and then turn on the AC part, and let there be light. What I'm going to do is move these apart where I've got more coverage. It's going to be a mess with all this stuff in here, so it'll take me a bit, but I wanted to show you a before and after. I'm going to move this one up a couple of bays and get it probably on this one, and then skip, and then 2, and skip, 3, skip, 4 way back in the corner maybe. That ought to work out pretty good. I've got these also set up where each one of them still on the pull chain, so that I can, if I just come down here to do some sorting and listing and want to stay a bit longer, don't want to mess with running the cord, I could, you know, cut a couple of them off and just cut down my power a lot. And they run about, like I said in another video, it'll run about an hour with all 4 of them on. With the 2 of them I've got cut off there, it's showing 2.2 hours, which makes sense. But yeah, let me take a few minutes and get them set up, and we'll see if it spread out good. I got 2 of those spread out, and I can do the other one, but I'm kind of wondering if I really need to. I kind of like the light here, and I think there's plenty to work back in there on stuff too without any issues. It'd be pretty easy. I just have to move a lot of stuff and move that one back 1 more bay. But yeah, it worked out pretty good. Just had to use those little short extension cords. It was just that much too short to go between them. And like I said, found those in John's stuff. They're probably, those silly things are probably 10 bucks a piece at one of the big box stores. Give us a little preview of what it'll be like if we're working here at night, or if it's super cloudy. You can see this stuff a whole lot better. This was real shadowy, shaded right here, and yeah, I think that's going to work out great. Okay, that reminds me, I need to get one of those 2-foot bubble wraps and grab my pieces that I'm going to list. Not list, the ones I'm going to take to the post office, and I guess that'll be a day back to studying after I get back to the house. Thanks for dropping by.